three. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
All right, everybody, welcome to Teaching Crypto. This is AZcrypto and MrFOMO, and we've got an exciting show today. We're going to talk about a way that Voyager customers can get more involved as we talk about what the judge said yesterday, and then we're going to go into some OFI token talk that we've done a little bit of research on. We'll talk about what we found, how you can get it, and if it's worth a look. So, MrFOMO, I did want to discuss Voyager first because we did have a hearing about Alameda and FTX. That is still unresolved. However, the judge did say he really wants this done by the 13th. So does that give you a little bit more hope in a situation where it just seemed like an endless tunnel of darkness?
That's what I wanted to see from the judge. That's what I wanted to see from the people running this show. I wanted to see them saying, hey, we need to wrap this up for the customers. That's not what we were getting from the UCC. They are out to protect other people, namely Steve and the people who are with Voyager and maybe even themselves from criminality. But to me, there is, this is what I wanted to see. This is what I was hoping for, is someone with authority would say, let's get this done.
I want to give credit here to Cisco Trader. He's one of our followers and viewers. Thank you so much. He did send out this form letter, and I think it's good for our viewers to send this out to Kirkland and Ellis and our UCC. And it wouldn't be bad for the judge to see this either, even though he's not being written to. Let me read it really quickly. I'm writing this email on behalf of Voyager creditors who are being represented by your firm, Kirkland and Ellis, in the ongoing bankruptcy case. I must say that we are extremely disappointed with the way our case has been handled so far. We feel that the interests of the creditors have been compromised due to the delay tactics and protectionism being employed by your firm. We are tired of being used as pawns in this case, and we believe that it is high time for a change. We expect our representatives to act in our best interest and not stall the proceedings. We would like to see more proactive efforts from your team to move the case forward and to ensure that our rights as creditors are protected. We urge you to take immediate action and to do a better job representing us in this bankruptcy case. We understand that this is a complex case, but we expect nothing less than the best representation from reputable law firms such as yours. Please let us know how we plan to improve your representation of interest in this case. We look forward to hearing back from you. Sincerely, your attention. It's obviously a form letter. Well, what is your reaction? Some people have said that in Kirkland Ellis. It can't hurt. But again, it's just showing how our rights have kind of been neglected this entire time. And we are kind of in the middle between a fight between the DOJ and Voyager and the UCC. We have nothing to do with this. We just want our funds back. Every day is lost opportunity. What is your reaction to this form letter?
Well, I think everybody needs to send it in. I think you need to attach your name to it. I think you need to send it in. This is akin to writing your representative in Congress. They're not going to pay attention unless a lot of people do it. And so even if you want to write your own letter, that's great. Go ahead and add your own piece to it, but add your name to this group of people who are, raising their voices and trying to get this thing done.
Yeah, and I agree. And nothing can hurt at this point. Listen, we really, really hope that there's a resolution this month and everyone can see their crypto as early as late April, early May. That's really best case right now. To be honest with you. So anytime in April would be amazing. May, I'm happy. Closure is closure. The Alameda FTS thing, that also has to come to an end soon. It is ridiculous. 30 days remediation, no resolution. Hopefully the judge can speed that up. Really, FTX is just crazy for asking for this, but bankruptcy law is what it is. So we've got to wait. Again, just so customers know, we're looking between a 48 and 72%. I know that's a wide range, but so many factors here of recovery, and hopefully we get that done. Will Steve ever go to jail? I think he deserves to. Whether or not he does, it depends on what the DOJ does. They haven't gone after him yet. They seem like maybe they're interested in the future. I can't predict that. Should he? Yeah, he misrepresented the customer. Very, very dishonest, and a lot of people are hurting. So there should be consequences. Will he go to jail? That's a whole nother statement there. So
Only a fine and a slap on the wrist.
someday he's held accountable very soon. That is my hope. But will it happen? That's anyone's guess. But again, Steve has not been
Rich
held
people
accountable.
don't go to jail.
Yeah. Mr. FOMO, I wanted to switch topics here, talk about a coin that a lot of our viewers have brought to our attention. And I want to say a couple things that are pretty good. Number one, a lot of people are passionate about this project that just started in February, right? And they just recently got into it a few weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago, and they can't seem to get enough of it. And that's OVI Finance. And it has to do with ordinals. And why don't you kind of just give our viewers an idea of what is an ordinal and what's going on with that?
So ordinals or inscriptions are ways to create and store token contracts on the Bitcoin blockchain, but they're not like EVMs or ERC20s. They're not ways that you can create on the Bitcoin blockchain, right? You're not creating an NFT. What you're doing is you're creating a script that is attached to a Satoshi that allows that Satoshi to move back and forth. And so it's a little bit different than creating on the Ethereum network, right? Because you're not interacting with the smart contracts. And so what you're doing is you're just creating a script that is now attached to that Satoshi that now gives it more value. To me, it seems almost like a wrapped Satoshi almost. You're wrapping this Satoshi in another created token or in a script basically, and giving it this separate, value or separate ranging value, I guess.
So I did want to talk about some of the positives, why people are kind of excited. If we open up the chart, Mr. FOMO, our market cap is extremely small. We're sitting right now today under, 6 million. I didn't say billion, I said million. And that crypto is really small. So I'm sure you guys understand this. With market cap, if you are in the low millions, that means there's some room to grow, right? And if the project is legitimate and gets attention, you could see possibly, it's not out of the question, a 10x or more. Whether that's going to happen, I can't predict that, not financial advice. But and you've got the 1 day, which is now. But if you click on the all time, you're gonna see some high numbers there, right? You're gonna see some impressive movement. Now, here's the thing we need to understand. There's a billion tokens. They're all out, right? So that's good. That's positive. The market cap also very, very positive. On Twitter, you got almost 10,000 followers. So that's all some good things to like. Some things that I would like to see different. When I go on the website, there are no names attached to the project. And they do have an explanation. And their explanation is the following. Let me just read it. Our team is located throughout Asia. Currently, we are anonymous since some of the project fundamentals are not legalized within our country yet. Could be true. Okay, we'll take their word for it. But ideally, I personally kind of like to see names and faces myself. Now, it doesn't mean that you don't look into it and you don't make a buy because, heck, below 6 million market cap, that's a great opportunity. But there is risk. Once you get out of the top 100 projects we've talked about, there's more risk. There probably could be a lot more reward, but there's more risk. So it's really about your risk factor. But the community does seem pretty strong, pretty active. There's been Twitter spaces. A lot of people seem passionate. So this looks like this does have more room to grow, but we always say be careful. And our number one rule is always be ready to take profits because you never know. Any token that's brand new within the last couple months that really hasn't established itself yet, that we don't know exactly who's behind this, you're going to want to be aggressive taking profits. Doesn't mean it can't moon. Doesn't mean it can't 50x. Who knows? It could 100x. No one knows. But just interesting. But this is something definitely that's got a lot of enthusiasm behind it.
Certainly. And I want you to see something here on the chart. I pulled the chart back up just so that I can show. Here around the 28th or leading into the 28th when they had their Vikings NFT sale, their Vikings ordinals, you can see it over here on the side. They had that sale from March 30th to April 2nd. And you can see that leading up into that is when they really started to ramp up. So you can see the excitement was leading into those NFT sales. People saw that it was going to work, that this was going to come off. And now it's exploding even through that now. So, this could be an incredible opportunity to get in on something at the ground floor, that especially something that's this young. BRC20 tokens, which is what an ordinal is, and that might be confusing to some of you who are in really deep and know what BitGert is. BitGert has their own BRC28, but that's an EVM compatible token. So this is different. This is on the Bitcoin chain. This was only created maybe a month ago, right? This is an experimental thing that's running on the Bitcoin network, and so it could be this incredible opportunity. It also could be something that falls short. And I'm going to share with you some reasons why it may do that. And these are just some things that I came up with. I've already mentioned some of them, but when you look at what can be done on the Lightning Network and some of the other networks, AMP assets on the Liquid network, users can create Liquid nodes and then create their own assets. Taro is a Taproot-powered protocol for issuing assets on the Bitcoin blockchain and transfers to the Lightning Network. Pair Credit issues centralized credits without blockchain, and it's interoperable with BTC and Lightning. And then the RGB network allows creation of tokens using RGB20 token standard and moves on the Bitcoin and Lightning rails. And so my concern here is, is there necessarily a need for such a token or an ordinal or an inscription when we already have those four things that are doing pretty much the same thing? Now, again, ordinals and inscriptions aren't the same as what they're doing. These NFTs are a little bit different. But to me, I just have some questions about this new token.
Here's the thing with anything
that's type of token, right?
Anything that's new, there's always going to be some questions. However, I do want to say on the positive note, like I said, the market cap, the volume's been pretty high, and the
compared to the market cap
project. Now, will that last for months and months and months? Who knows? But you want to do your own research, not financial advice. If people were interested in purchasing this, Mr. FOMO, where would they go?
Well, you can actually go to the Ordinals website, and then when you click on buy tokens, it takes you directly to Uniswap. Now you're going to have your wallet. You're going to have Bitcoin in your wallet in order to interact with this on Uniswap. But you can get it on Uniswap. It's available.
Yeah. So it's something to look into, right? Because some people like to, stay safe, top 50, top 100. But if you're looking to take a risk and, please be responsible with that risk, these are the type of tokens that you want to be aware of, because who knows, if this does blow up and someday it ends up getting listed on something like Coinbase, you're looking at a substantial gain. But please do your own research, and just remember, when you look into these type of projects, there's obviously more risk than something that's been well established. But I'm glad.
With this project, at least with this project, you see them building. You see their roadmap. You see their white paper. You can go in and look at those things. You mentioned the question about who's backing it, who's the team behind it, who are the brains behind it. That's a problem. But when you look at their roadmap, they've been checking things off pretty quickly. Not just getting themselves out on social media, but actually creating like these NFTs or these inscripted NFTs that they've got here. That's positive motion within a month's time. I mean, Ordinals are brand new in the space, and for them to be moving this quickly, I mean, really, this could be a great opportunity. And as many questions as I have with BRC20s or the inscriptions or Ordinals themselves, the company seems like they have some green flags, and we still have some question marks. But
we'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye.
If I had loads and loads of money, I might throw a little bit on it just to see what's going on.
Not financial advice, but yeah, definitely take a look at it for yourself. Remember, this channel is always about helping you guys improve in crypto and hopefully improve your lives and make more money. Guys, we will keep you updated on everything Voyager. Hopefully, as we inch closer and closer to the next bull run, everyone in Voyager will get their funds back. And please, if you have not done so, please hit that like, please subscribe, please share, as we keep trying to push towards 500. We're inching closer, but if you could share this program with as many people as you can that are in crypto, or maybe not even in crypto, they're looking to get into crypto, it would greatly be appreciated. We appreciate every one of you. For Mr. FOMO, this is AZcrypto. Have a great night, everybody.
See you.